Hi guys, and welcome to BrainTG, a combination of branding and strategy. My name is Mpom Pafi and I'm a co-founder of BrainTG together with Calvin Mutwanedi.
Hi guys.
So on today's video we're going to be learning about affinity clustering. Affinity clustering is an innovating method that is used to organize items into logical groups. Now what that means is that, I'll give you an example. If you wanted to start your own business, if you go on the internet, there's tons of information about like what kind of business you can start, but that can also become overwhelming because it is a lot of information. So as a result, you might never ever start your business because you don't know which one to start. Will it give you a return on investment and all of those other things? So what affinity clustering will help you do is that it's going to help you decipher all of the information and the data that you have to draw patterns as well as insights that will help you to determine which business you want to start. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as hit the notification bell to be reminded of new content. Also, WhatsApp us on the number that's appearing on the screen if you have any business questions. For example, so last week we had Michael sending us his WhatsApp text and he said, "Hi, I am Michael Agustin Katua, Global Goodwill Humanitarian Ambassador from Sierra Leone. Hi, people from Sierra Leone. I don't have a business to start now, but as a developmental economist, I may want to learn from you on how new entrepreneurs do survive in time of economic recession or during crisis." So how will we help Michael?
Hi Michael, thanks for the text. Lovely interpretation there. So basically what COVID-19 has forced us to do is basically speeding up the process of the fourth industrial revolution.
Yes.
So with that being said, our businesses, we need to actually sit down and re-strategize, rethink and kind of redevelop our vision and their structures. So with that being said, like in order for us to be more valuable in the new economy, technology needs to be incorporated in each and every department.
Awesome. So that's the advice for Michael. I hope you'll find it useful. So if you also want us to answer any of your business questions, just send us a WhatsApp text and on the following video we'll be answering and giving you advice on your business challenges or difficulties. So today's video is sponsored by Warapesa.
So Warapesa is a small textile company in the heart of Soweto, which has approached us, and basically it has approached us in terms of advertising its company and also giving you guys an opportunity to resell his masks. So if you can just kindly drop us a text below on our WhatsApp number and we can actually get in touch with you in terms of where you can collect the stock, how can you collect the stock.
Awesome. So let's jump right into today's video. Okay guys, so in order for us to learn affinity clustering, we've decided to go with the topic of booming businesses after COVID-19. So ideally, if you wanted to know which businesses will boom after COVID-19, you'd go on the internet, and search for that list, which is exactly what we did, and we came up with 9 businesses which are going to boom after COVID-19. The first one being local fresh produce, meal planning, online education, cleaning services, fitness equipment, and the rest.
Continuing that list, there's grocery stores, fiber connections, e-commerce markets, and delivery services.
Awesome. So now that we've got our comprehensive list, we are going to use affinity clustering to help us cluster our ideas, our business ideas, into related and logical groups. And you can pick any logical group or any patterns that you are identifying from your ideas. So we decided to go with industries, right? And we picked 3 industries. The first one being the food industry, the second one being the fitness and health industry, and the third one then being the online business industry. So under the food industry, we've decided to cluster number 1, the first business as grocery store, and the second one being local fresh produce. So Calvin will tell us what we've decided to cluster under online businesses.
So under online business, what we decided to go with there is There's fiber connections, e-commerce markets, delivery services, and online education.
Awesome. So now on our last industry is health and fitness businesses. So there we've decided to cluster the meal planning business, fitness equipment business, cleaning services around sanitation. So now that you've clustered your ideas into industries, you are able to see which industries are actually going to boom after COVID-19, and you're able to see like which industry you want to obviously start your business in, because people start businesses to make money and have high return on investment. Awesome. So now we're going to dive deeper into these ideas, and we're going to use a matrix, a prioritization matrix, to help us see which businesses are going to give us high return on investment and low return on investment, because people want to start businesses and they're going to make them money and stuff. So awesome. So now the prioritization matrix has impact and effort. In other words, it helps you determine which businesses have high impact or low impact. Impact can be like what value or the amount of money that you're going to make, the profit that you're going to make. And then in terms of effort determines like what amount of effort are you going to need to put into the business. Is it low effort or high effort, or do you need a lot of money or less money to go into that business? So we then also divide them into 4 quadrants. The first one being the low hanging fruit. So the low hanging fruit one basically is when you have low effort, or you like don't need a lot of money to start that business, and then also it's not going to give you a lot of profit, or doesn't have high impact, it's low impact. So the one that we've chosen to put under that is the meal planning business, because with meal planning, right, you don't need a lot of money to start that business, so there isn't a lot of effort that goes into it, and also it has low impact in the sense that not a lot of people after COVID-19 would want prepped meals, because people now prefer actually cooking for themselves. So then the other one that we've decided to put under that quadrant is grocery stores. In a sense that you also don't need a lot of money to start a grocery store, and it's not much effort because you already know where the suppliers are, and it's not going to give you high impact because literally every corner has a spaza shop, or supermarkets are just like everywhere, so you're not going to have high impact on that one. So then moving on to the next quadrant, which is the high value or the high return on investment quadrant, what we've just chosen to put in there is e-commerce market. And the reason why we said e-commerce market are gonna boom is because when you start an online business, a lot of people are moving into online businesses, so it's gonna give you a whole lot of money, and also you don't need a lot of money to start an e-commerce site, because for example you can just pay Brand2G an affordable amount of money to make you an e-commerce site. And in terms of the cleaning service, you're gonna have high impact there, because as we've seen currently that there's a shortage of sanitation products like your masks, your hand sanitizers, and all of this is because there's a high demand for that. So if you go into that business, you're going to have high value and high impact and make a lot of money, but also it requires less effort and less money to actually buy those products and resell them. So Calvin is going to go into the other 2 quadrants.
So on my side, we have in my low quadrant basically, it's the low return on investments. So basically the one we have here is delivery service and also fitness equipment. So as a business owner for fitness equipment, we need to be realistic with ourselves. Not everybody comes and buys equipment every day. Even though the money might be good, but it's not going to be that good because it's not consumable. So the efforts of also getting the equipment is quite tedious, because you need to import, and there needs to be some form of manufacturing agreements that need to be in place, and the equipments are generally quite expensive due to the technologies in them. And in terms of delivery services, there's a lot of delivery services that are out there. So now you'll be competing with all these big major industries, and whereby you also be also struggling to get some form of finance for your vehicle. And then convincing a banker that you want to open a goods delivery service company is quite hectic, because due to the hijacking rate that's out there, I doubt that they'll support you. So in terms of my other quadrant, whereby it's called shooting for the moon, I've listed the online education. Online education is one of the most trendiest issues out there, because now a lot of schools are trying to move towards online education, But now this all comes with a cost. So all the modules that are out there manually, textbooks and professors that have been lecturing or updating these textbooks, now they have to find a way in terms of putting this all in the software that can be easy for a consumer like yourself to actually follow up. And the other one is local fresh produce. With the regulations that are coming up now, it's starting to make it a bit easier, not easy, but a bit easier for the local farmer to actually supply their goods to the local markets, whereby in the past there was red tape and people that got preference here was your international people because they have the bigger stake in this, So, and the last one there is fiber connections. Yes, me and yourself out there and over here, we have been consuming a lot of data since we're at home. There is nothing else to do. So data is the only thing that's connecting us as a globe. So with the outlook or in local, basically, as an owner of a company, fiber connections could be the future. Actually, is the future. But this all comes to a cost. Because it's new technology, these things are going to be a bit expensive. But in the long run, you will reap the benefits and start seeing the profits. Yeah. So those are mine.
Okay, thank you, Calvin. So now you've noticed that you are able to see which businesses are going to give you high return on investment and which ones are going to require less effort or even more effort if you're willing to put in the time or willing to put in the money. Over to the news.
SAA and government are currently in dispute over retrenchments. Yes, retrenchments. Yes, yesterday.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Just yesterday, the unions did win in terms of the business rescue practitioners, slowing them down rather from them retrenching all the 4,700 employees. So now the current issue is that the business rescue practitioners, they on the other hand saying SAA does not have money to further their operations, whereby government wants to save jobs and start a new airline. So there's many questions around that in terms of where is government going to get the fundings, or how it's going to raise basically a new airline from the dead, from the ashes of SAA.